Welcome back. Shortly after 12 noon today, police informing the media that they were on the scene of a shooting incident that took place on Major Road and West Dennis Court, that's in the Yellow Elder number 2 area, where one of the males was injured and transported to hospital. We don't have any details at this moment as to exactly what his condition is up to news time. Also, a man on Abaco was shot in the chest this morning. Police say it happened shortly after 1 a.m. Reports say he was sitting in a car with 2 friends when a man he knew approached the car, brandished a firearm, and discharged gunshots in his direction. As a result, the victim sustained injuries to his chest and thigh area and was transported to the local clinic for medical attention, where his condition was listed as serious. He was expected to be airlifted to New Providence to receive additional treatment. Meanwhile, police subsequently went to a bushy area off Ernest Dean Highway and arrested 3 men, all ages 20 years old, who lost control of their vehicle and crashed. In addition, an illegal firearm was also recovered from the scene. The suspects sustained serious injuries from the collision and were taken under police escort to the clinic for medical attention. Lastly, 2 of the suspects were reportedly listed in unconscious or as unconscious at the time of their arrests. The investigation continues there. In other news, Silver Airways shuts down its operations to the Bahamas effective on Wednesday. The airline provided services between Grand Bahama, Abaco, Bimini, Eleuthera, and Exuma to various destinations in Florida. In a press release, the airline said that in an attempt to restructure after filing for bankruptcy, Silver Air entered into a transaction to sell its assets to another airline holding company who unfortunately has determined not to continue Silver's operation or Silver Air's operation in Florida and the Bahamas, as well as other parts of the Caribbean. Tourism and Aviation Minister Chester Cooper responding to this move.
They had been a beleaguered airline for quite some time. They had been into Chapter 11 with an attempt to restructure, and they determined yesterday that attempt was not moving forward, and they advised their passengers that they would discontinue service. So this isn't any bearing on the Bahamas directly, so it's not that they're removing their service from the Bahamas or pulling out of the Bahamas. They're pulling it all together, and hopefully they will return at some point in some way and return that service. In the meantime, though, we're talking with our partners about how we can bridge the gap, how we can provide additional lift to the Bahamas.
Meantime, Spirit Airline is asking customers not to go to the airport. All credit card purchases should be refunded through your credit card company or your travel agency. On Tuesday, the Bahamas Disaster Risk Management Authority concluded a packed week of activities at the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction 2025 Global Platform in Geneva, Switzerland. Minister of State for Disaster Management Leon Lundy, while at the event, speaks to why this platform is significant for the Bahamas.
Well, it's really important, and as you said, being a small island developing state and also an archipelagic nation, it helps us to plant ourselves better when it comes to disaster risk recovery and also mitigation. It helps us to formulate, and actually funding will really go a long way with that.
Managing Director of the Disaster Risk Management Authority, Aaron Sargent, was also in attendance and says the forum is a great way to strengthen disaster relief efforts for the Bahamas.
So for us in the Bahamas, this is a major conference. I attended the most recent one, RP 2025 in Uruguay, and where there have been over 1,000 or so delegates. So for us, this means that we'll have 1,000 or so actors in the disaster management space in our territory, trying to lead the discussion. It also allows the Bahamas to also take a leadership role from a SIDS perspective and talking about the things that matter to us. The changing geopolitical climate, where usual normal funding that we can depend on and rely on may not be as readily available to us. Strengthening our resilience efforts and our capacity throughout the region.
Mr. Lundy shared that the Bahamas will be hosting the regional platform in May of next year, which he says is a great opportunity, a great way to collaborate with people from all over the world to discuss ways to manage disaster relief. And finally, 30 young adults who have underwent 16 weeks of training and development recently graduated from the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture Fresh Start program in Grand Bahama. Mario Boleg, the minister responsible for youth, sports and culture, was on hand to congratulate the new cohorts of the Fresh Start program. Minister Boleg said that this program provides a vital post-secondary bridge equipping our youth with essential soft skills, technical training, and real-world experience. This preparation not only empowers them for the workforce, but also for life itself. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jareno Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.